Hey everybody, Ray here. It's not difficult to find an unreasonably priced, those super low cost, budget flagship killers from
China.
but it's really hard to find a quality one. The OnePlus 3 is one of them, and today probably we've got another one here. It's the new Meizu MX6 with a deca-core processor. So yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. The MX6 does look quite similar to an iPhone, and maybe even more. But you know what? The build quality is amazing. Not only does the ultra-thin aluminum chassis look sleek, but also comfortable to hold. Oh, and the volume rocker and the power button are well positioned with adequate feedback. Also with a smartly programmed home/back/screen off button, and back. Touching the button without pressing it will bring you to the previous action, while clicking it directly will bring you to the home screen. And long press, it simply puts your phone to sleep. And of course, it's a fingerprint sensor. It's not the fastest sensor in the world, but it's way quicker than just acceptable. So those are my positive comments on this guy. Now the downsides. It does support dual SIM configuration, but there's no microSD expansion here, despite with just 32 gigs of internal storage. Still, I like the fact that the phone is just 7.3mm thin. Anyway, this time around, the camera is way better than I thought it would be. The Meizu MX6 is the first ever smartphone to sport a Sony IMX386 CMOS sensor. With an f2.0 aperture, the 12 megapixel shooter is capable of shooting some really bright yet colorful photos even in extreme environments. And that's Pokemon Go in Hong Kong. Digital noise is handled nearly perfect despite how bright the images are. It's a top-notch smartphone camera without a doubt. While under broad daylight, artifact is next to none. The white balance is always on point. That what I've got here is exactly how it looks in reality. So thumbs up Meizu, the camera is even comparable to those mainstream flagship offers. The only drawback is a little bit hard to take a perfect shot in situations with complicated light sources. It tends to produce some slightly overexposed images. Now the performance. The Helio X20 from MediaTek may sound new to most of you guys, but it's actually a deca-core processor with 2 Cortex-A72 cores and 8 A53 cores. There's nothing better than testing its performance in real life, so here I've got the app opening speed test. Due to every single device that is tested are running the same app list, we can compare their performance directly. For the first round, it performed nearly the same as the Note 5. And for the second round, by reopening all those apps, we can check out its RAM management. With 4 gigs of RAM, all those apps and games are stored in memories. Day-to-day media consumption is absolutely a breeze, so MediaTek chipset this time around, definitely not a deal breaker. Then the Flyme OS is based on Android 6.0 this time around. Simplicity is still playing a dominant role here, but it's more user-friendly. By long pressing the quick setting toggles under the notification shade will allow you to rearrange those icons. There's no app drawer as usual, but what you have got here is hundreds of thousands of themes, and if you're one of those who are super care about your eyesight, night mode or reading mode, its eye protective mode is right here under settings. And mind you, the screen capture combo on this guy is a little tricky, clicking either the volume up or down together with the power button at the same time. But just a click, not a long press. It simply won't work. With decent build quality, camera and performance, the display is also beautiful. It's a 5.5 inches 1080p IPS display with 401 pixels per inch. It's not spectacular on paper, but with high color saturation and natural, slightly on the cooler side, white balance. Also with minimal light bleeding even when the phone is tilted. The screen looks vibrant and beautiful. If that is not enough, you can also easily adjust the white balance under settings, but not color saturation. Then in the past, the speaker is continuously the weak spot of Meizu's flagship offers. This time around is still a single speaker, still on the bottom edge, but is much louder, crisper, but bass is still far from the best. Finally, we have the battery life test. After 4 hours of YouTube videos playback with the highest screen brightness, 36% of the 3060 mAh battery is left. It's kind of mid to relatively long. So the Meizu MX6 with a non-inspirational design with no micro SD expansion and not spectacular but the best build quality from a Chinese manufacturer. Also a really smart home/back/ screen off/ fingerprint sensor and back button. With a beautiful display and a stunning camera. If you're a big fan of smartphone photography and you're on a budget, you can't get something better than the MX6, at least at this moment.